In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 4th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Raptors versus Washington Wizards. The Toronto Raptors make the trip to California to take on the Washington Wizards for the second time this week at the Capital One Arena on Saturday. The Wizards had dropped 3 in a row to the Raptors, but snapped the losing streak earlier this week by beating them 119-108 at home. Washington has won 3 in their previous 4 games versus Toronto at the Capital One Arena. Toronto has lost 2 of their last 3 games, but went 8-3 overall in February. They are 1-2 in their last 3 games and 11-20 overall on the road. Washington has won 2 of their last 3 games and 4 of the last 6. They are 3-1 in their last 4 games and 15-13 overall playing at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Raptors are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 road games and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games following a loss of more than 10 points. The Wizards are 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games against a team with a losing record, and 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games following a win. Head-to-head, the under is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings overall, and the Raptors are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Washington. The Raptors are again missing Otto Porter Jr., and Delano Banton is listed as day-to-day, while the Wizards will again be without Monty Morris. Does Washington have the advantage of playing Toronto twice in a row at home? Toronto has the advantage because they don't have to travel. They missed wide-open 3-pointers, and while Van Vliet isn't having a great season, he's not 2 for 1 bad. He'll bounce back in this one along with Siakam, who basically scored half of his average on Thursday. Gafford also had a rare, very good offensive game. Washington was better on Thursday, but Toronto is the better team and will bounce back on Saturday. So the Toronto Raptors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While Toronto doesn't always shoot well from the outside, their length allows them to force turnovers and get out in transition. They went over in that last game despite scoring just 108 points. Washington is going to get about 60 points from Beal, Porzingis, and Kuzma. The defense may not be always there, but the offense is starting to click as they've scored 119 points in 2 straight games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons versus Cleveland Cavaliers. A pair of teams from the Central Division take the floor in search of a victory on the shores of Lake Erie. The Detroit Pistons are on the road as they make the trip to face the Cleveland Cavaliers Saturday night. Detroit rallied only to fall just short as they were beaten 117-115 by Chicago at home Wednesday night, though they did cover the line as a 7-point underdog in their previous contest. Cleveland fell 117-113 on the road to Boston Wednesday night in their previous game, though they did cover the line as a 4.5-point underdog. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Pistons own a 132-100 advantage, though the Cavaliers have won 4 straight meetings, with 3 of those coming this year. That includes a 113-85 home win in the most recent meeting February 8th. Looking at the betting trends, the Pistons are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games against a team with a winning record, and 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Cavaliers are 23-11-1 against the spread in their last 35 home games, and 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team with a losing record. Head-to-head, the over is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings in Cleveland, and the Pistons are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Cleveland. The Pistons are again missing Jalen Duren, Alec Burks, and Isaiah Stewart, while the Cavaliers don't have a single player listed on the injury report. The Pistons were not expected to compete for anything this season as they are undergoing a rebuild. But things went south quickly when they lost Cade Cunningham for the season. Detroit has the worst record in the Eastern Conference and is in contention with Houston and San Antonio for the top pick in the NBA draft, expected to be 7'3" French big man Victor Wembanyama. They played the Chicago Bulls tough last time out, but the Cavaliers are a much stronger group. The Pistons were without 3 injured players, Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and Isaiah Livers, and the Bulls took advantage for 3+ quarters. Considering they are in full tank mode, do not expect them to rush back any of their starters, instead opting to roll with James Weissman and Marvin Bagley. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Cleveland is last in pace of play entering this Eastern Conference matchup with the Pistons. I expect the Cavaliers to come out ready to play after their loss at Boston, and with 3 days of rest, Mitchell and company will come out firing. Look for the Cavaliers to coast through the first few quarters and put on the clamps the rest of the way. The Cavaliers are third in defensive rating, and with a ragtag group of G League level players Detroit is throwing out there, they will not have problems holding them under 105 points. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Miami Heat. This Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks will travel to Miami to take on the Miami Heat. Tip-off will be inside the Miami-Dade Arena. This will be the third meeting between these two teams this regular season, as the Hawks won the last battle, 121-113. The Hawks are coming into this one after falling to the Washington Wizards, 119-116. They struggled on the defensive end of the court, as they will have to contest more shots in this one if they want to challenge the Heat on the road. The Miami Heat are entering this game after falling to the Philadelphia 76ers, 119-96. They were bad on both ends of the court, as they will have to wake up at home if they want to stay in the playoff picture. Looking at the betting trends, the Hawks are 17-35 against the spread in their last 52 road games against a team with a winning home record, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Heat are 5-11-1 against the spread in their last 17 games playing on 0 days rest, 9-23-1 against the spread in their last 33 home games, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 7-1 in the last 8 meetings overall, and the Hawks are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Miami. The Hawks don't have a single player listed on the injury report, while the Heat will again be missing Kyle Lowry and Omer Ewing. The Hawks come into this meeting as the team in better form, and they will be full of confidence after making light work of the Trail Blazers last night, while the Heat are mired in their worst slump of the season, and they will be kicking themselves after suffering a heartbreaking loss to the Knicks last night. The Hawks are not the most consistent team, so I wouldn't be shocked if they just got blown out here, but they are the more reliable team at the moment, and I believe they can get the win as underdogs in this spot. So the Atlanta Hawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In the 2 games these teams have already played this season, they have averaged 219 total points per game. Dunks and threes ranks Atlanta 8th in pace and Miami 28th. The over is 4-2 in the Hawks' last 6 games, of which the average score has been 247 points. So, the points tend to show up when Atlanta is on the floor. The over is also 5-2 in the last 7 Hawks games on the road. The 255 combined points in a game with the league's top defense was a strong indicator of how the Hawks like their games to play out offensively. When these two teams last played in January, they put up a combined 134 points, eclipsing the total in that game by 11.5 points. Expect more of that with the Hawks carrying the pace of play on the offensive end. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.